Hello, everyone. Yeah. I know we're late. We literally got talking. So, um, welcome everyone, and hello, Patrick. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Wayne. I'm very, very well. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talking with the Planets. I'm telling you what, Patrick. I
It comes
believe.
round quick.
What's that?
It comes round quick,
It does. I believe that
especially when they change the clocks on me.
only here in America. I mean, and it's crazy because we do try time travel.
Well, we
Uh,
do ours on the 31st of the month,
the
on 31st of
31st.
March. Yeah, about
Now,
three weeks, I think.
huh? And why is it that you do? Is it because of agriculture or was it the
Daylight
war?
saving time for agriculture and children coming out of school or going to school and stuff. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what they say. I
Hmm.
mean, today the farmers, they play the fields with floodlit tractors, don't they? So it doesn't really matter what time of day it is.
Yeah. They've gotten all sorts of studies that says that it's, you know, stick with one time.
Yeah.
Quit this time travel stuff. Welcome everyone to Talking with the Planets. My name is R Wayne Steiger. My co-host is Patrick Garratt. So we've got a full crowd here, Patrick. Lots and lots of questions.
Great.
I just want to welcome all of the viewers. Thank you, all of the moderators. Full house, people still filing in. So good to see everyone. Um, lots of questions. Lots of questions, I have to say, Patrick. We will be doing the Lilith review panel. Got Kindred Spirit, Carol, Caroline wants to be on here. Patrick, you're more than welcome. And those who'd like to be on the panel that went through the series, we'll definitely be doing that here within the next week or so.
Okay.
I
I
think
shall
it'd
have
be
to watch the videos then.
catch up on them.
Okay.
Tomorrow at this time, Joe Sapien will be on. Joe has put together a manifesto for Sapiens. And when I read it a number of months ago, Patrick, it was spot on, spot on. So I'm looking forward to
Forward
seeing.
to it.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
How about yourself? How are you doing over? I know I asked about Angie, and um, how are you doing in general?
I am fine. Stomach problems have gone.
Excellent, excellent,
We
excellent.
had a little bit of a hiccup during our last live show on Saturday. There was a negative interruption, shall we say.
Really?
Yeah, it cut the signal. But
You mean literally?
literally, yeah.
Hmm.
Halfway through the message. Yeah. Very interesting.
Patrick, are you pissing in somebody's yard or something?
Well, we've been noticed, aren't we, Wayne?
I mean, listen, Friday night, it was incredible. It was a interesting attack. So, uh, speaking of this, because there's been a lot within our community that I hate. No, I don't know any other way to say it, but they've seemed to have been targeted.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
I've had I'll say three definitely people that I've given private readings to. They've had negative experiences afterwards.
hmm. Well, let's examine. Well, let me just do two things. First of all, I'm going to invoke favor and protection uh, around you and I. I did this before we went live, but I'm just telling you now. And invoking that same protection to the audience. Uh, I know who I am. I am a sentient being. And there are laws that apply beyond the physical realm. In fact, it's the physical realm where we got these laws from. And I'm telling all energy sources out there, if you have any ill attempt to come upon anyone listening to my voice, seeing my image, feeling my energy, I am telling you, you have violated the law, and I won't allow it. I expect retribution and consequence against those forces. I have a legion of 40, and if I shall unloose them, woe unto the energy that comes against us in any negative, malevolent way. So that's what I have to say about it, and I stick by it, Patrick.
Well said.
We're not going to, either we are gods in training or we're gods with amnesia. We got a lot of questions today.
I think it's the latter.
Part of the latter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is too. I think it's the one thing our species suffers from. No matter where you study the point of view from origins, it appears our species is either cursed, genetically enhanced to be forgetful, not having the ability to remember our past. We can't even remember our present.
I can't remember what I ate yesterday.
Someone sent me a video and I'm going to check it out. But, Patrick, we always think about death. We always think about what's going to happen after this. I think many of us have missed it. We've never asked ourselves, what did we discuss with ourselves before we got here?
Yeah.
See, I used to think in this construct, Patrick, that boom, I come out my mother's womb and welcome world. How are you? I'm brand new. That's what they told us.
That's what you've been taught.
Actually, what we did, I think we had a suitcase. And I said metaphorically a suitcase. That's us. And we got to the border, meaning the birth canal.
In here, yeah.
And they wouldn't took our luggage. Damn it, they never returned it. So
it's being processed, Wayne.
Exactly. They'll send it to us right when they get finished with it. So I just, yeah. Can you see this with postage due on it?
Love it.
We had to have been here before we came into this matrix, and I love the thing I love about talking with the planets is that, as you and I, when we first started this, it was an opportunity to explore realms where no one had been before.
Yeah. What a journey.
Our journey. And so in the, so do you have anything you'd like to say, sir? I mean, anything you want to, just
before we start the question, I would like to do my personal protection thing, but
let's do that. Absolutely. Let's do it now.
If we do it now, anyone watching is welcome to participate, and anyone who is watching who can send us love and protection during this program, it will be gratefully received.
Yeah. I have,
I'm just going to go into the protection thing now, Wayne.
Well, let's do.
Picture a white ball of light above your head. It is a ball of pure love. It moves slowly down your body. As it moves, it encompasses you in a balloon. When the light gets to your feet and you are totally encompassed, you can set the thickness of the skin, set the protection level to keep out negative influences, energies, frequencies, and indeed entities. We add influence and interruption on that list. At this point, you can expand the bubble to encompass your whole house. You can make it wider. At this point, you should feel a warm feeling in your heart that confirms the protection is set. I have that. I hope you do too.
I do. Here's what I'll share with people how I view when I learned how to build my spear. And all spears come under attack, but um, you see, I see you. Do you know what an opal, how a fiery opal looks?
Yes.
The essence of an opal itself is light that, is quite brilliant. And I always view the essence of my spirit in that I am that light that as you turn the opal, the
Mm-hmm.
light that's reflected is of myself.
Wow.
So there you go.
I've been told my aura is golden. Well, similar to this color.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, hello, look, you
Yeah.
can see. Funny.
See that.
I nearly put a green shirt on today. That would have been really funny.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. It's just like we're talking to the invisible man.
Been able to see right through me, Wayne.
As a philosopher, you could really expand on that.
Yeah, big time.
It goes to show you. I still say we haven't discovered a light yet that is still out there. It eludes us. That it's just that it's transparent, but yet within it is what one could define as infinity.
Yeah, our light spectrum is very small.
Very, very. Well, we got lots of questions here, my friend.
Let's
Lot of
crack on.
questions.
Just to remind everybody, new pendulum today.
Yeah. You want to tell people. Last week we explained it. If you missed it, you can certainly.
Well, I had a problem with my second camera last week, so we had to do it without the pendulum. But I had already done a show on my channel without the pendulum or the rods, and it's been very successful. And my connection has gotten stronger, and I don't use them anymore. And occasionally I'll pick up my rods just to get a quick yes or no, but I haven't picked the pendulum up for over a week.
And my take on this is that I use it as a metaphor as we're riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I can remember, I think I was 7, and when I got confidence enough about riding a bicycle where I did it with no hands.
Yeah. Also, you start with training wheels, don't you? You can take them off after, and I think the pendulum is a training wheel.
Yeah. And how many of us remember, how many people watching? There's almost 300 people in here. That first time you got to ride the bicycle and you don't have any hands. And I think that, as empaths, intuitives, adapts, wherever you are, you should always be striving to exercise telepathically. I mean, the way I look at this is that we're just using a focal point.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a focal point, somewhere to focus your intention, your energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
The great philosophers, no matter how far you want to go back, they all say the same thing, that there is no empty space. And if consciousness exists at all, then space itself would be filled with all consciousness. And I kind of look at this as an opportunity to exercise my telepathic skills.
Yeah.
And all my in so many religious viewpoints, Patrick, this is why they warn you, don't do this, don't expose yourself to this. But again, here's the thing,
because you'll find a way out of their dogma.
Yeah. Listening to the same voice is like always walking to the right. You're going to go in circles. And Patrick, next week I'm going to be teaching on how to prepare to meet on the other side. And my point is this, is that, folks, if you don't start practicing here, dealing with the spirits, you're going to be fresh meat on the other side, darling.
And you need to make the decision now that you're not coming back.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I kind of figure like this. Someone wrote me last week. They said, you need to be very careful. There you could be dealing with entities. And I wrote back. I said, you don't understand something. I'm not afraid of them. I'm
Mhm.
sovereign. And if the best that they can do is attack me blindly, unseen, they're cowards. Have your
Exactly.
best shot at you. Because when I cross over on the other side, I'm hunting your sorry ass. And I'm going to be dragging you by your freaking tail all the way to the courts. This life here is very temporal. My other life, it's infinite. And I will get my due, you son of a bitch. So bring it on. Now, that's just the other side of me, the warrior side of me. I'm not afraid of them, Patrick. Bring it on. I
Good for
don't
you.
care if you're a planet, if you're a solar system, or you call yourself a god. Doesn't mean anything because I'm already that.
Our essence inside, as you said earlier, is eternal.
Yeah.
The meat suit can go, or everything around us can go, but we'll still be here.
Yeah. And I've
Yeah.
challenged the spirits. If you've got the cojones and you've got the power, then manifest yourself. Listen, I'll be more than happy to have some hot tea. We could sit down and have a question. First thing I'm going to ask you, how did you manifest? How did you manipulate matter from the ether to begin to reflect photons? That's my first question.
Excuse me, Wayne.
Okay.
Hello. I'm halfway through the show. Let me put it to mum.
So, folks, boy, we all right, let's start.
That was a call from God.
Okay.
No, that's my lovely daughter
Uh,
checking on her mother.
well, good. Everything good?
Yeah. See,
Okay.
she knows that I do you 7 till 8, but we're doing it 6 till 7 today.
Yes. No. I'm just living in this thing. All right. So we got a lot of questions for Earth. I'll give you just some of them, Patrick. People want to have permission. We have listeners in India, a lot of listeners in India, who address Earth as Mother Earth, and they would like to know if could we address instead of Earth frequency, they fit Mother Earth, and I think that's good. There's been another question for Earth. Is she preparing for a large seismic event in North America? Interesting. So, got questions for Jupiter. We've had multiple requests, Patrick, to see if we can connect with the domain.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, my friend, we can start.
Let's go for it. Who are we talking with first?
Let's talk with Earth.
Okay. When you're ready.
Earth frequency, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Wayne. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We've had many requests, and I think this is a sign of respect of what people are learning. We have the permission to call you Mother Earth.
I personally do not need to be reminded that I am your mother. If it makes you feel happy, you can do so. Finish.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I see you as a magnificent being. So, Earth, the question has come, ma'am. Are you preparing for a large seismic event in North America? Thank you.
Preparing is the wrong word. There will be seismic events around the whole planet, not just the American continent. Finish.
I think that's good. How do you feel, Patrick, about reaching out to the domain? Do you think we could maybe just set
Are they
out?
still there? Are they still there, Wayne?
I don't know. It seems like it was very recent. No matter what the Roswell incident was, these creatures or these beings have been captured. We know that their crafts have been captured.
We can only ask.
We can only ask. So, are you ready, my friend? I mean, we already jumped off the cliff.
Tell everybody to hit record, Wayne.
Yeah. So this is going to be a first. I do not know at any place, ladies and gentlemen, the folks that are listening, where I don't think anyone's ever tried to make contact with the domain.
Can I just say, I mentioned it to Wayne earlier in an email. If I get an UFO hovering over my house, it's his fault.
As I said, I got great tea. Come on down, land the craft. We'll have a great time. We got great music. That's another question someone asked. Do the planets like music? And I said,
they do.
They do?
Answer that. They do, yes.
All right, Patrick, I feel completely safe and in confidence on this. So this question is going to be, we are asking to speak to a representative of the Domain Expeditionary Force. Is there such a presence out there?
Yes.
How should we properly address you?
You may address us simply as the domain.
I'm feeling the energy. Thank you. It is thought by many earthlings, humans, that you are nothing more than a figment of either a disinformation of our government or fiction writers. It's a pleasure to know that you do exist. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a story of one of your representatives that said that there was a lost expedition here on this planet, and that your I don't know how to say it, your government, your representative, that we are a prison planet. Can you confirm that as either true or false?
Earth has always been a prison planet.
Always.
Always.
Thank you. Why do I get the sense that I have a sense of more of a feminine presence? Is that just me?
I, the individual speaking, is of the feminine gender.
I sense that. I have a lot of questions. So the first is Earth.
We will accept any question. We also acknowledge that we do not have to answer all questions.
You just confirmed something no one could have known that. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I feel like I got ants all crawling all over me.
Okay, Wayne? Do I have a break?
Yeah. This is
what happened?
It's kind of almost.
She was very forceful.
Yeah. Very. I got the sense I was dealing with someone very, very old. Very, very old. All right. So all right, folks. So everyone else is feeling it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is strong.
It is very strong. Wow. Okay. Let's just talk amongst ourselves here. This is an opportunity.
Can you just say to the lady concerned that we'll be back to her and shortly? We don't want to keep her hanging.
Yes.
We'll just have a little chat if you understand our position.
could may we take a few minutes, please, ma'am? That's the best thing. That's my nomenclature.
We shall give you some leeway at this time.
Thank you.
The energy, Wayne, that's crazy, man. Dear.
Let me tell you when I'm getting a sense, and folks, y'all are witnessing this live. So, there's more than one here. This is what.
There's more than one, definitely.
Yeah.
There might be one group, one company, one battalion, whatever they call themselves.
I'm getting it's flooding. It's like they're all standing around.
We've turned the light on, Wayne.
Yeah. All right. So focus. Thank you, Paul. When you're being hit with this kind of impressions,
wow,
it's I can see their faces. I mean, this is weird.
I can feel their emotions.
Yeah, that's why I can't get the words out. There are too many talking at the same time. That's what I'm hearing. So,
wow.
How are you feeling, Patrick? Because you got your hand on the other side of the the positive charge here.
I feel fine as long as they leave afterwards. I am happy. Ruth, kindred tarot, Ruth, who we know. Yep. I had her dog that died 23 years ago with me for 3 days over the weekend until I sent Ruth an email saying how much the dog loved her.
Excellent. Well, I think we need to get some questions here. They know that we're a prison planet. Let's see if I'd like to know how we got here. So, may we address the representative of the expeditionary force?
Yes, I am still here.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. You have stated that Earth has always been a prison planet. That has been confirmed by other perspectives. May I ask, how did we get here? How did we get into this prison?
If you are talking about the physical human that was created, if you are talking about the essence inside the human that is eternal and was tricked into this prison.
We are all not of the same place then?
No, you are from different areas of the universe. You are from far outside your own galaxy.
In this prison, are there different degrees of authorities?
There is a conflict between races of beings that hope to seize control of this prison planet. There is much interest in this small, tiny dot.
Yes, we feel that. Is there a name that I could address you with personally?
The closest translation would be Shakira.
Honored to meet your presence, Shakira. Thank you. What are you trapped here with us?
Not trapped, on a mission.
Is it possible? We have been told that your, and I'll just use your domain, is a species that is heading to the center of our galaxy. Is this true?
That is a goal. We are not there yet.
Do you have members here on this planet now?
Some of our kind are walking on your planet. They look like you, but they are not you.
I've been told that. I've just been asked that do you have a presence in the asteroid belt?
We have a presence throughout your solar system.
The next question is escape possible?
Possible, but highly unlikely.
Shaquille, I have to tell you that's very depressing, but I think you know that already. That's all I have for the moment. I thank you, Shaquille. Thank you. You're more than welcome to communicate with myself at any time. And I'll let my friend Patrick speak for himself, but it has been a delight and an honor. May we speak again.
Just call me by name. I will respond.
Thank you.
Wow. That is completely different to any other connection I've had.
I have felt
there was power there, per feminine power.
Yeah.
It's almost like talking to a policeman. Do you know what I mean?
That was the impression I got.
Authority,
military.
There was authority. Yeah, there was definite authority there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we weren't only talking to the individual, we were talking to the whatever rank she is.
Whatever it was. When we got back in touch, the quietness ceased in my head. So I knew something was, who knows, maybe we were the first ones to reach out and talk to him.
Wow.
Why? It's a question I don't understand about the UFO community, is that if these beings are of such high intelligence, sentient, they would have telepathic abilities and skills that I don't understand we're not engaging. We don't need governments unless there are covenants or contracts that would prevent this. But my friend, you and I, we're going to have to get together on a separate one and just begin to really talk on this one, because I don't know. I think this one opens up a whole
new show, Alien Adventures.
That is a good idea. There's no one out there doing any type of cyclically, telepathically engaging ETs.
Wow.
I think we ought to make it part of this show.
Sure.
I mean,
do a segment or do the odd show.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's planetary, isn't it?
Well, I kind of look at it like this, my friend. Who better to know about the universe than the ones that are already traveling in it? Lee, I know when you do the transcripts on this one is probably going to be heavily requested. I can see it already.
Wow.
Pat, I think we
I've
just opened.
still got that going through, and I can still feel her presence in here.
Oh.
There's a residue.
There is. I got the
I'm blown away, Wayne. I'm blown away.
Well, you saw it with me when we first connected. It was a cacophony of voices. It's all I could hear. It was like someone was sitting at a monitor and said, "Holy crap, we got one." And I mean, everyone drops what they're doing, comes over and says, well, what do they want? What do they want? We're all going,
Ask them this, ask them this.
And I got the sense that whatever it is, I just want to say it's feminine, but it's authoritarian.
Very authoritarian, yeah. Better not upset this one like you did the sun, Wayne. You'll be in trouble.
No, because I think they can come visit my ass. You know? Hey, Mr. Steiger, we got the message.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, we're gonna show you a little respect.
You talking to me?
You talking to me? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay.
Wow.
Wow. That was my head's
That was
buzzing on that. My head is literally buzzing on that.
Wow.
Well, here's one question that's, and what was her? It was Shaquille, right?
Shakira was the nearest translation. I don't think that was her actual name, but to translate it into English, that was the nearest translation.
And what was that again?
Shakira. Shakira is how I heard it. Well, okay. Didn't hear it, how I knew it. How it comes. Shakira.
Yeah.
Clear as a bell.
SHARIKA.
Yeah. Hesitation.
I can see that. Well, here's a question that, sometimes I'm going, well, gee, now that we got the domain, and folks, we'll figure this out. Like everything else, we're going to figure this out. I do have a question for Saturn specifically.
Okay. So, when you're ready, Wayne.
Saturn frequency, may we speak with you?
Of course, Wayne.
Good to hear from you. How are you?
Better than I have been, thank you.
Good. We send you healing energy, dear friend, just to let you know.
I receive love energy from many people on your planet.
Well, you're much loved, I'll tell you that. Saturn, the question has been put, was there a war by biological beings that used atom-splitting technology, or what we would call nuclear weapons, in the solar system?
That is correct. That is what happened to my brother, Mars.
Did they attack you as well, Saturn?
They tried. I resisted.
I get the sense as I'm speaking with you that you're trying to, I get this, I see that you're saying there's a difference between what we think of nuclear weapons, and I get the impression light weapons. Is this correct?
Similar technology, but far superior, far more powerful.
Are these the type of weapons that hurt planets?
They breach dimensions.
They breach dimension. Oh. So does this, then this opens a potential harm for you then, doesn't it?
Correct.
Saturn, am I getting this right, that this is where man would call beings of a different dimension enter in as well?
Correct.
And these are the ones that are
a concern amongst my family.
Yeah, they're there on you right now, aren't they?
Correct.
Well, Saturn, I don't know the answer to this, but I do believe that there is an answer. Is there anything that we can do? I know we've asked you this before, and the knowledge is coming forth. Are these beings above our ability to comprehend at this point?
They are from a different dimension. If they were to appear to you, you would consider them gods, but they are not gods. They are there for their own purposes. they happened upon your reality by accident and are fascinated by your 3D world and are using my planet, my rings, to send signals that interfere with your natural progression.
Saturn, you have a special frequency, don't you?
Correct.
You sent me that. I just saw that. That's what they're harvesting.
They are taking my energy.
Well, thank you, Saturn. We love you, and we will continue to help you in any way that we can.
Thank you. It is appreciated.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Wow. Man,
we get something new every time, Wayne.
This one is loaded. I mean,
I sense some concern, definitely. I don't think desperation is the right word, but there's definite concern. She's got a battle on her hands.
Yeah.
Or he has. I'm not sure what gender he or she is.
I have, it's kind of almost homogenous sometimes. I get the sense of almost a feminine.
I think they can be both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think that they're. It's like the seventh principle of hermetics. Gender is not about sex. It's about it's about a mind, a power.
It's about energy, frequency.
Thank you. Wasn't it interesting what he said, that they're harvesting his power? I got the frequencies.
Yeah. It's all to do with the frequencies. I'm coming to understand that it's all about frequency.
Yeah.
And that's what they want from us, our frequency.
Yes.
I don't know whether that's an energy source or a food source or what.
I got a sense that it was like they're hijacking the power.
Yeah.
And to see that, why we are here is that we all understand that consciousness is not just in these mud suits.
No, consciousness is not in here. No.
Exactly. And I'm still feeling her presence.
I know she hasn't gone, or her influence, her energy hasn't gone. It's so powerful.
No. I expect, if you're listening, if you have your ship, fly over. I'll wave at you.
You're brave, man.
Well, I kind of figure it's like this. When you get at that precipice, the inner dimension between what we call life and spirit on the other side, it's like, okay.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. We got questions here. One for Jupiter. Okay. Please tell us about your role for the solar system that we are not aware of. Wow, that's a loaded question. All right, let's speak with Jupiter.
When you're ready.
Hello, Jupiter frequency. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Wayne.
Just want to say I always get a special warmth talking with you, and it's a privilege.
My energy is very strong, Wayne.
Yeah, speaking of your energy, Jupiter, we have been noticing some things about you. What's up with your moon Titan?
There are many events happening around my orbit. Titan is going through some changes energetically and frequency-wise. There are also entities that are on the surface who are not welcome.
Jupiter Titan has life on it, doesn't it?
Yes,
That's what I thought. We haven't discovered it yet, but I got a sense that it.
there is
So
life throughout the solar system, Wayne.
I know it's very difficult for us, sir, sometimes to recognize that we're so limited in our view, as you know.
You
Uh,
are all concerned with yourselves too much.
this is true. I would agree with you. That's why we're learning from you, sir, and from your brothers and sisters. And I just want to say thank you for, well, gracing us with your presence. It's just thank you.
It is my honor.
So, one of the things, Jupiter frequency, is that we have been asked, you seem to have a unique role within the solar system that apparently we're not aware of. Could you expand on that a little bit?
My main role is to protect my sister, Earth frequency. There are many celestial objects that comes heading towards Earth. I attract them to myself. I can absorb their energy and protect her.
I'm getting the relationship, Jupiter. I'm seeing this.
I am a big brother.
Yes, sir. You certainly are. Is this one of the reasons why we're continually seeing you collect more and more moons? It's the only thing we call them.
Yes, to keep them away from my sister.
Jupiter, did I just see? This is part of your concern, these objects.
Yes, they are becoming very, how would you say it? There is a multitude of objects joining all the time.
I think Jupiter, this is what Pluto was trying to tell us, and Uranus. Is it not just the dark void, but I'm getting the sense, I get this image, Jupiter, that it's like,
It is a debris field.
thank you. That is what I'm seeing, an avalanche. I'm seeing just work.
A rock fall, if you like.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. No, this is, well, I just want to say thank you, Jupiter. We learn from you all the time. Is there something you would like to share with us today?
The main advice I could give anyone in your position would be enjoy the moment. Love everyone, love life.
We will take that as wise advice. Thank you, Jupiter.
You are welcome.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Such a wise soul. Did you feel the energy there, Wayne?
You know what I got? I've known this presence before.
Something familiar about it.
Yeah, yeah. Something very comfortably familiar.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like the big brother watching over the little brother going to school, you know. He's mine. Leave him alone.
You know what I am learning all more and more, Patrick, is to be able to transmute the perception of physical matter and understanding that as I possess physical matter, there would be no difference in a planet possessing a spirit.
Exactly. That's what we've come to understand, isn't it?
It's exactly.
I mean, when we first started this, 12 shows ago, we didn't know what to expect, did we?
No. In 12 shows, I mean, that's over 3 months.
12 hours, half a day.
Yeah, think about it and what we have learned.
We have learned an awful lot. We've had very many profound comments, haven't we?
More than a few. I gotta tell you, it's been. I've learned my lesson as to how to address them. I don't screw with them.
You have to show them respect. That's the main thing.
That's it. That's it.
It has to be respectful.
And folks, they know our name.
And they don't like repeat questions.
No, I'm not going to ask anyone.
That's what the transcripts are for.
Yes.
Look at the transcript. If you have a question before you ask it, look at the transcripts. If it's been asked before, I wouldn't venture to try again. We've found that out, Wayne.
Well, here's a question from someone that I'd have to say has given this a lot of thought. Apparently has some physics in this. I'm trying to determine which planet.
Who's going to answer it? Yeah.
Yeah. The question is, like photoelectric effect applies to exchange electrons in atoms, is there a similar law which governs the exchange of planets? Wow.
Why don't you ask that?
Yeah. Would you just want to put it out there and see who asks?
I would ask the sun because she's not a planet. She's at the center.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk with the sun. Tell me when you feel ready, sir.
When you're ready, Wayne.
Hello, sun frequency. How are you?
I am very well, thank you, Wayne. My change is ongoing.
We're seeing that. Monitoring your surface, looks like you're waking up a little bit.
It is becoming very interesting, Wayne.
Oh, when you say interesting, that's one I would welcome you in my house to have tea on that one. Sun frequency, here is a question that you would be best to answer. The question is this: like the photoelectric effect that applies to exchange electrons in atoms, is there a similar law which governs the exchange of planets? Thank you.
It affects, not necessarily governs, it affects the physicality of the planets and may result in some leaving, some joining, but the spiritual essence, the consciousness within, is not affected by this.
Son, I just saw, I don't know if you put the image in my head, but you see planets come and go, don't you?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
There has been speculated that there are many planets that you have control that are in the Oort cloud. Is this true?
That is true. My power extends further than you know.
You exchange planets with other suns, don't you?
Yes.
How marvelous is that? I'm in awe. That's all I have to say. I'm in awe.
Like children exchanging toys, Wayne.
It's how your process works.
Correct.
Son, it has been suggested that man's ability to measure your age is so far off. It has been said that you could be over 100 trillion years old. Is that true?
And the rest, Wayne.
And
man's calculations are not anywhere close to reality.
Son, I have another question that's on my mind. Do we live in a holographic simulation of sorts?
Yes. But the consciousness part of you is genuine and comes from outside this holographic reality.
Yeah, it's well. Thank you, son. Thank you so much. You just blew me away. Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome. Always good to talk with you.
You're wonderful. Thank you. Wow.
Wow.
Now that was substantive.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
Well, I thought the question on the age was so appropriate because, we know that man can't even date his own calendar.
No.
And, we try to put this thing into our science but it was the exchange that got me. I got a sense that these beings, that they do in fact exchange planets.
It wasn't said, but I got the impression that sometimes the suns change over.
Yes.
A house swap.
I think this is like trading spouses,
Like going on holiday. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
We
Wow.
don't know anything, Wayne, do we? We really don't.
Every time we
get up the ladder, and then the ladder gets longer.
it's like, you're looking down, you're saying, hey, come on. And we pop her. Oh, no, it's still a lot to go.
It's like climbing the beanstalk. We haven't got to the top yet.
No. I mean, I've learned more on this one. I mean, each podcast is unique in itself, but this one, she's still here, by the way.
Oh, I know she is. And she's not.
She hasn't left.
No, she's very interested in us, Wayne.
She's not breaking the connection, and no, and I'm not either. I'm not. Listen. If there's a way to figure out this thing,
put it this way, Wayne, I hope she spends the night with you and not me.
Well, I'll let you know what my wife and the dog says.
Mind you, I'm be going to sleep before you, so I'm a bit worried.
I'm sure you are. You're going to be way ahead of me. Oh, my friend. Let's see. I'm just going to read some of the comments. It sounds like it's just like atoms looking to find a balance. Yeah, they need to keep a balance to be happy.
It's all about balance. It's all about frequency. It's all about energies, energy transference, everything. It's all.
And it's universal.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just a man concept.
No.
Saturn. Boy, I mean, I got this mental image while we were talking that I literally saw this opening, and it's artificial.
I got the impression there was a portal of some kind somewhere close by.
Yeah.
A big one. Wow.
I've got like a lot of thoughts running through my head. They may be able to teach us how we can begin to look at these things in a way scientifically. I still contend, as we discover what light is, we haven't even scratched the surface. We're going to be able to see these portals, these beings.
I get the impression many things are going to become visible to us. Take the dragons, for example. They're becoming visible to us.
Well, I think we ought to talk to the dragons. You want to talk to...
Did you know the lady dragon told us her name was Firebird?
No.
Yeah, we had that on my show.
Well, would she be
Ask,
Available to
ask,
talk now?
ask her. Let's see.
Okay. May we speak to the dragon Firebird?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Um, I think there's a lot of questions that we have. Are you native to this planet?
I wouldn't say I was born here, but I have been here a very, very long time.
I get the sense that when you say a very long time, it's beyond our scope of even comprehension.
Through different civilizations of humans on this planet, you are not the first civilization I have worked with.
Are you multidimensional in your essence?
We have the ability to, the word you would use is transport. We can transport our energy, our frequency, even our physical being elsewhere.
So I get the sense, Firebird, that you have the ability that I'm thinking of the word realm, kingdom,
Yes.
that
Realms, kingdoms.
thank you, that they're multidimensional.
Correct.
Are you on a mission here? Is it, I guess that's the question I'd ask. Are you on a mission?
It is my vocation.
Wow, your vocation. How wonderful.
It is something I have always enjoyed doing.
Firebird, do you ascend in spiritual consciousness as man, mortal man, hopes to become immortal?
Eventually, we will all change into an electrical, energetic being. However, we live much longer than you do. It takes us longer to achieve this goal, but we do not repeat life after life like you do.
Is there any hope for us ever to stop that cycle?
It would be difficult to do so, but not impossible.
Could you teach us ways that would not violate any laws as to us to prepare to maybe challenge the next cycle?
You have to have an intention every day that the next time you leave through the process you call death, you must have the word no imprinted on your energy. So no matter who approaches you, for whatever reason, your default answer will be no, no. That can prevent you coming back, but you have to enforce it every day.
Firebird, you just had me in a place that I see what you mean. They're going to try. Well, thank you, Firebird. Thank you. Can you bring others with you? We would love to meet others like you.
I have many brothers and sisters who would like to talk with you. Some are already talking with humans. I have a brother who is a white dragon that has made contact at the moment. That is all that is happening.
Well, I will say this on behalf of sapiens everywhere. We welcome your presence into our lives again. And we just ask that you just forgive us for sometimes our arrogance.
We are used to your ways.
I'd like to get used to yours, madam. Thank you.
We shall become known to the current human civilization.
Anything we can do to help you with that, Firebird, just let us know.
Send us your energy you call love.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love this.
Wow, what show.
Wow.
Am I right, Wayne, or have I spoken with an alien and a dragon and a planet and a sun today?
I think you have.
Oh dear.
It's kind of
Don't
like,
tell anybody, Wayne. I'll be in the asylum tomorrow.
you know what I tell them? We're just playing cards here.
It's all a game.
You know, they're good bridge players. What can we say? They know how to play cards, you know?
She's still here, Wayne. I can feel her.
Yeah, I know she is. And I don't mind.
Can anybody else feel her energy? That's a good question. Can anybody else in the chat feel her energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't deny it, can you?
No.
Palpable.
And it's very strong. That one I'm going to relish. That if I could just share it with people, what I saw mentally hit me. Wow. I mean, we're going to talk about this again and again.
We can't project the what we feel. I'm hoping everybody else is feeling the same.
I got this sense that everyone literally up there just rushed around this unit, you know?
Hey, it's like, I don't know if you watched the series Westworld when it was on, but they were around this big circle thing and they could see all the different worlds and they were looking down on, almost like Zeus looking down through the clouds, you know. I got that impression. Hey, quick, look.
That's exactly what I was getting.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. A lot of people want to know more about the white dragon. Well, we're going to find out. I think this is an opportunity to get to know them all.
Why not?
Why not? Either we have to begin to truly embrace outside the box thinking, or we're never going to get out of the box. And that's what I hope these creatures, I mean, when she said, I'll tell you what I was seeing, Patrick, when she was saying no, 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 I saw myself as though I was in this
I was in a line of people and they were all being ushered a certain way. And I was standing there, no, I'm going that way.
And I saw myself standing on a plaza with just these people. And the more I said no, the more wider the area got.
Wow.
Well, mine totally fried.
Wow.
Patrick, wow. It has been another exciting show.
That's crazy, Wayne.
Yeah, God don't belong in a box.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward to meeting the white dragon.
Wow.
I mean, that one builds great anticipation in my cerebral cortex.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, thank you, sir. Folks,
always a pleasure, Wayne.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, everybody. Without your questions, we wouldn't have a show.
We wouldn't. And I know we did not get through.
Can I just say, someone's going to say, you haven't thanked the planets, you haven't thanked the sun, you haven't thanked the domain, you haven't thanked the dragons. You need to thank them with respect before we go.
Well, we just send nothing but love. I love the expression Namasat to all of them, and we embrace them. We are all spirits of one sort of another. And we look upon these spirits. We thank them for their graciousness and the domain. We are excited to make contact. Thank you. That's how I look at it. So, peace, man. Patrick, you want to say anything before we go?
I don't think I'm going to be sleeping this evening, Wayne. I am definitely going to be watching this over again a couple of times. But,
well, I'm going to tell you what, if we do have a visitor of a UFO nature, I will film it. And cool. This is a great experiment. I like what, I think it was AO Alchemist who said it in the chat room at the beginning.
That's Philo.
Is that Philo? Okay. That
Philomena, yeah.
We are doing experiments on the level of Tesla.
Yeah.
I think into the psychic realm. I think people like Edgar Casey would be very proud of us. I just got this sense that, John Dee, if he could have lived in this century, who knows, he may be alive now, just in another version. Wow. I think it's Suts Factory. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. Anyway, so I'm just going to, in fact, if I have to, I'll have it put on my forehead. No, don't you know what no means? No.
Do not return. Instead of do not resuscitate, do not return.
Do not return. That is so true. Oh, well, thank you, folks. Y'all have been great.
We love you.
We didn't even get to literally not even 20% of the questions. So we'll bring them over next week. I have a feeling, though, we're going to be inundated. You know it. Yeah. See his email? Ask Patrick your question
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Send the questions there, and we'll compile them. And
no, it says your question, not your questions.
Your question.
Yeah, singular.
You do that, you're going to go off into digital cyberspace.
Patrick, I only set that up about 5 days ago, and it's already flooded, Wayne.
It gets a little overwhelming, doesn't it? But I love them. I just embrace them and say, okay. Give my love to Angie.
Will do.
You are just a
she asked me to send you her love, Wayne.
Pardon?
She asked me to send you her love.
Oh, thank you, Angie.
She told you to behave yourself.
Well, I try. I have my wife here that tells me all the time. And, I don't tell people this, but, as a nurse that she has been for many decades, you just don't screw with those type of people. They're tough.
Same sort of energy as the female presence we can feel.
Very well said. So, all right, I will be on Caroline's show tomorrow, hopefully. Now, I want to let everyone know they've issued blizzard warnings for the entire Denver, the whole Front Range. So, Caroline, we may need to push that back to Thursday. It just really depends. But yeah, it's very unusual for Denver to ever come under a blizzard warning. And most unusual, Patrick, for them to issue a blizzard warning 32 hours before the storm is supposed to hit.
We have a storm coming this evening here, but that's just 80-mile-an-hour winds, expected damage.
80-mile-an-hour winds? Well, we're expecting 70 here. So, well, you be careful now. Is this going to be a rain event for you?
Yes, rain and wind, yeah.
Okay, well.
That usually knock all our fences down.
Well, keep safe.
On a regular basis, yeah. And you, Wayne, and everybody else.
Yeah, so.
Thank you all for your support.
We'll be here hopefully tomorrow, next Tuesday for sure, and then I'll be emailing.
I turn up a funny color green, Wayne, I've been assimilated.
At least I know who to talk to when you get gone.
Nanu, nanu.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, everyone. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. I love
Bye.
that.